Hello, and welcome to the Daily Digestion channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about OMAD, which stands for 1 meal a day. This is where your body goes into a fasting state, and instead of storing fat, your body burns fat. Your insulin levels balance, your hormone levels balance, and you just feel amazing overall. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay guys, so day 5, OMAD. I decided, that I want to really talk about emotional eating and how much it really had a hold on me. I have really been poring over this in my mind, waking up in the middle of the night, thinking about it, because I have so much energy. Guys, OMAD is such a personal spiritual experience. There's no doubt about it. It's like so amazing what it does for your psyche, your body, your life, your relationships, just everything, because you get so much clarity from it and so much wisdom. It wakes up your intuition to where you're like, okay, I was eating too much that one OMAD meal, I'm gonna slack off the next. Like, your body will speak to you, but you have to listen. And with OMAD, you're spending more time listening to your body than you are shoving food into it. Because, for instance, I'm a mother of 3 children, and I am a wife. I am constantly being tugged and pulled and positioned and placed in this life. That's reality, okay? That's reality. That's the commitment you get into when you get married and you have children, okay? That's life. Christmas this year, I dreaded it so bad because I knew what was going to happen. My husband was going to get all of these cookies and candy and homemade goodies that these people bring to him at his office. And he is a physician, so people go crazy that time of the year trying to like butter him up, bring him some goodies. He brings that stuff home to my kids, and they're fine on it. But I dreaded that because I knew what was going to happen, and I was in a lot more control than I was the previous year when I totally went bananas. But I'm just saying, guys, like, it did not have a good effect on me. And I ate way too much food, so I got into this routine of cooking. I was like, oh, I'm gonna cook more for my family, and so like they were like expecting it. It got to the point where my kids were like, what's for dinner, Mom? Calling me, texting me on the phone, what are we having? They were just like really getting into it. And then my husband, he was the same way. He was just like, I want this tonight, and usually he's not really into that. So needless to say, it was like, oh, okay, I'll make that. That sounds yummy. And I just started eating all kinds of things that I don't normally eat. And I started eating more than what I usually eat. And you rationalize in your mind all of these excuses for food. Okay, you will go meet with people to go eat that you normally wouldn't go eat and do things. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, I could do a whole video on this, okay, on emotional eating. Needless to say, then there's the other end of the spectrum, where with emotional eating, it becomes like you start numbing yourself with the emotional eating to where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna keep things aren't really the way. There's this void in my life, and I'm going to fill it with food to make me happy. Because, you know, food, when you eat it, it produces like this euphoric effect. I don't know about all the chemical reactions that happen within the brain, but I'm sure there's tons of them. And it just, especially with sugar, with, you know, caffeine, other things, sugar. Mine is sugar. Like, oh my God, I love sugar. Like, seriously. But OMAD has helped me to get a handle on all of those addictions that were controlling me, to where I was able to step back and go, oh, that was not good. And now I'm getting into control back over my body again. It's so wonderful. And it's a challenge. So I don't know how long I'm going to be going on this OMAD journey, but I definitely am going to do before and after pictures, because I've already lost like 3 pounds this week. And I'm pretty sure it was right there in my abdomen where it just was like so inflamed. Another thing of reflections on my OMAD journey, after I eat, I get so tired, like I'm just like ready to, and this happens when you eat, your body gets tired, your energy levels go like this because your body starts digesting food. Well, I'm not putting all of this abundance of food that really was too much food for what my body needed. So instead of doing that, my body's not having to work all this extra energy wasting time. And so here are some things that I figured out that OMAD does. OMAD cures stupid eating. Stupid eating is like just grabbing a piece of food, you know, because it looks good or it tastes good, or you're cooking something or you're cleaning up something and there's some type of fruit or anything, you know, piece of candy, whatever it is, that you're like, oh, I want that, you know, I'm gonna eat it. OMAD gets rid of stupid eating, okay? And then there's the grab syndrome. You know, the grab syndrome is like, okay, you see something in your refrigerator and it's going to go to waste if you don't eat it. So you just grab it and eat it. That's another example of stupid eating. And then there's the syndrome where there's no logic involved whatsoever. It's not going to go to waste. It's, you know, it's just, there's nothing involved. You just want to eat for no apparent reason. You just want to eat, okay? And then there's the because I can syndrome. That syndrome is kind of like, well, I have all this abundance of food and I just went to the grocery store and I can eat it, so I'm going to. That's dangerous as well, especially for older people, I think, because they have more time on their hands. They have probably more of an abundance of an accumulation of things to where they can afford to buy a bunch of food, and then that can be very dangerous as well. And then there is the bored syndrome. Oh, well, I'm bored. I don't have anything else to do, so I might as well eat some popcorn while I watch this movie. And you're completely full, and you don't need anything else. That can be very, very dangerous. Because guys, when you keep shoving the food in, and you just keep shoving it in, it gets to the point where your intestines fill up, your colon fills up, and it's not healthy. And then the next day, you get up and you're like eating all into the night. Well, you get up in the morning, you empty out what you thought was all it was. But then that morning you're cramming more in, and there's food still digesting from the night before. Okay, you get my picture here? You can't, it's like there's more coming in than you can possibly digest. That is very dangerous. That's where we get into leaky gut syndrome, chronic inflammation of the gut, and on and on and on. Okay, constipation. I mean, need I say more? Another thing I've noticed, saving money. I am saving money on OMAD. When I go out, I'm not making up all these excuses to go get an ice cream or go buy some extra fruit to eat at the grocery store because I don't have any with me. Like, I'll make all of these excuses up, you know, to go find food somewhere while I'm out. No more. You don't do that when you're on OMAD because, you know, you're out and you get more done when you're out because you're not wasting time going to go shop and you're not wasting money. So that's a huge plus. It's made me, it's a time saver as well. You don't get kind of stuck out there and you come back home and you get all the stuff done that you need to stay done. It's like mental clarity, less distractions, and on and on and on. And guys, you know, I had a mirage of excuses. That's another thing. The excuses. It's like, just stop. You know, you waste so much time and energy making up excuses to condone your stupid eating behavior. I mean, it blows my mind. Another thing. It's exciting to know that when I'm not putting sugar in my tea, because I don't want to break my fast, that I am not only contributing to my benefits, my OMAD benefits, which are insulin resistance, balance of hormone, longevity, more energy, you know, all the benefits that we've been talking about. I have a video on that if you want to check it out. It's exciting to know when I'm not putting sugar in my tea that I am going to get those benefits. So it's like an added plus when I make my tea, that I'm like, oh wow, I don't have to have sugar and I'm getting this great reward for it. So that's another thing. And you feel better because you're not like getting that insulin sugar, you know, high all the time. Autophagy, that's another huge one. Oh my gosh. You know, burning fat, that's like a major plus. All of this extra subcutaneous fat that I had on my body is melting right before my eyes. I've only been on OMAD for 5 days and I can already see a huge difference. And I'm like, was that really diseased cells? Or was it water trapped in between the diseased cells? I think it's probably both. Because when you get rid of those diseased cells that are just bogging your body down, you're gonna get rid of a lot of other waste and accumulation and garbage that's in your body. All while getting things done. That's one of the most amazing things. You know, all while being productive and getting some stuff done. So that's awesome. And another thing, like I went to this church meeting and like they were like, we need help with this, we need help with this. And normally I would have been like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. But now that I'm not spending all this time on food and eating and digesting, I was like, you know what, I'm going to commit. I'm going to help out at church. So I'm also doing more for my community. And that feels great, you know, to be helping other people. And I also started playing the piano this week, which was really cool. But there again, guys, you know, we got to keep things into balance. We can't go out into left field doing too much, because I also did that too. You know, you got to be careful. You still got to take time to meditate, pray, and balance your body. So finding balance on OMAD is the challenge. There is no doubt about it. So I'm going to stop there because that was reflections for day 2. And even though I'm on day 5, I'm trying to play catch up, but I just wanted to share with you my reflections from day 2, even though I'm on day 5, because you know, I kind of got thrown under the bus yesterday with my imbalance of my pelvic floor injuries, which that's something, that's reality. If that had not happened to me, I would not be here right now making this video, because thank goodness I learned so much about my body on that healing journey. It's just mind-blowing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about OMAD, please, or if you have anything you want to say about OMAD, like the benefits of your experience or what you're going through, please leave them down in the description box. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear of your experiences and what you're going through. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. I need subscribers. And if you know if this video might help someone else out, please share this video with them. And give me a thumbs up if you like my video. Please give me a thumbs up, guys. I need some thumbs up. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.